Which, by the way, if I had a nickel for every time Briscoe's pit crew had to adjust something for another Toyota car this year, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Rolling, green, green, green. The rookie lap is green. All clear. Go get them. No rookie moves.
Welcome to the Rookie Lap. This week we had an excellent cookout at Richmond. Maybe there were a few rich men north of Richmond, I don't know. But we're going to find out what made this race just such a race. Yeah. I'm Connor, that's Frank, and that's Austin. I can't think of any more nicknames, so I'm just kind of going to that. What'd y'all do this weekend?
Had fun, played. Same thing as always. Went fishing. Did get to see an alligator this time, though. Hadn't seen one of them in 20-something years on our stretch of the woods and in the river out there. And got to see an alligator. Other than that, just kind of cleaned up. Hung out with y'all some.
I didn't do anything. First week of college, over.
Yeah, you were probably wore out from learning all your tracks around college and how to get around and do everything. You had a heck. I saw a video of you out there at dang near midnight trying to learn your path to get to your class.
Yeah.
Seems simple to you. It seems pretty difficult to me for a blind kid to learn his way around a brand new campus in just a matter of days. But
well, it ain't easy over there neither.
No,
it ain't easy for some of us that can see.
Yeah. The way that's laid out, you have to give it a little thought. So
yeah.
So, well, we did it.
How was your first week of school? Enjoy it?
Yeah.
Well, good. Okay. I guess we'll move on to racing then. Oh, wait a minute. What about you, Connor?
What did I do? Friday night, Superman came out on digital. So, of course, I watched it immediately. Mostly because I have that new surround system. I wanted to see how it sounded on that surround system, and it sounded like I was in a movie theater. Opinion still has not changed. The movie is super.
Man.
Yeah, it is Superman. It really was good. And then Saturday, watched the race, of course, last night. Came over here and watched the race. And, just hanging out, doing all sorts of fun stuff. So let's talk about racing. Let's do that. We don't live interesting lives. Apparently.
Okay, so we finally got fall off on the tire.
Yes, we
did. Like big fall off. Like good fall off. Like a lot of fall off. Like so much fall off that it hid the imperfections with the car for once pretty good. Thank you to Goodyear for saving NASCAR.
That's all it
took.
Good
job. Yes, that's all it took.
So you can take a turd for a car and put a tire that falls off and have a decent race.
Put a wheel that falls off.
Almost, not quite. A little more tweaking to the car, I think. It'd be great.
It hit it a good bit, but you could still tell it was there. But
it made a totally different race out of it, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Goodyear better get a very nice check this weekend. That's all I can say. Because I've said multiple times I don't like how everybody's depending on them to fix everybody else's problems, but they gave it their best shot this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did their part. Now it's time for NASCAR to do their part.
Yeah.
We gave it a few years.
Make some of those changes to the car. And, heck, I can't imagine how good that race would have been if the cars hadn't been at all aero-dependent.
Yeah, because it was a good race, but I still think we're missing the classic short race.
Mm-hmm.
Short track race, I mean. I think it still needs a little something else. But, fall off. We got more fall off. And, we didn't get the fall off that everybody else. Did y'all know Connor Zillers fell off last weekend?
Yeah, he did.
No. It smelled like he slid off.
Fell off this weekend. Well, it wasn't this weekend, but he fell off.
Who's that?
Austin Dillon. He had a broke rib.
Oh.
I thought I heard him mention something after the race,
Yeah,
but
he said something.
I never knew.
Yeah, we got
where
all
that
kind
came
of fall
from.
off. Tire fall off, winter fall off.
Wheel
Well,
fall
how
off.
did he get a broken rib?
He fell off a ladder, getting his boat case for hunting season.
Oh, okay.
Man.
I didn't hear that. All right. I thought Pop might have busted him in the rib and said, "Get on the wheel, boy."
Yeah.
You know, he's a mean old man. He acted like he wanted to fight a time or two. So
Maybe
He's a
that's
blue collared.
yeah, blue collar guy.
Luke.
No, I didn't know that. I did hear him say so after the race, though, that he had a broke rib, which is not a pleasant thing.
Yeah. Well, he's been racing with it for the last 3 weeks, apparently.
Oh heck, he's about healed up now.
But
That
notice-
probably did a whole lot to heal him up Saturday night, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
But notice he's been a little better the past few weeks. Maybe
Yeah,
he
he's
just needs
been-
to break a rib every year.
Yeah. So, how, can you call this one a fluke?
Nope.
I don't think you can.
What do you say? No, I don't think so either. I mean, he had him covered last year, and then things just didn't go his way, and he showed his butt. And this year he didn't have to show none of it.
Yeah, I heard his pit box was a lot of very nervous faces until that white flag flew. They said that they just looked anxious.
Waiting for something bad to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. But no, he drove a good, smart race. Actually, the first race, he didn't look like he was by no means lights out the fastest.
Nope.
For several laps, it took a while till it looked like, hey, maybe he's got something.
They just executed better than everybody else.
Yes, they did.
Everybody else just took themselves out
There were some of them that did.
or got taken out.
Yeah, yeah. There were a few of them that really had fast cars that had issues.
Yeah, 'cause
But it was hard to tell who had a fast car because one lap, one of them would be 3 seconds faster, and then tire fall off. I mean, it was tremendous how much difference it was making. What a job that the crew chiefs had to do to try to strategize this race. Man, that had to be a headache.
yeah. Typically, I like trying to follow the strategy and think I know what the best one is, but last night I just gave up trying and I just let it play out.
Yeah, it was hard to keep up. What they needed on the side was they didn't need to have anything about positions. They just needed a lap counter when the last time each driver got tires, and then you could kind of realize, oh, they're going to be good or they're not going to be good.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many laps it was. Well, just one lap. I think after one lap, they said in qualifying they ran slower times.
Like 3/10, I think.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But hey,
And it was a
they
second
made an
over
effort
10
and they made a difference. Glad to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but like we said, they executed so much better because it really looked like the 2311 cars were the best. I mean, they were running 1-2 for a good bit of the race, and then Bubba loses a wheel and has to do that penalty, and then Reddick gets taken out, and then you just have Bell. He had his issues,
Excuse me.
and everybody just kind of knocked themselves out and left it wide open pretty much.
Yeah, Bubba got out pretty good there and almost made it a snooze fest for a little while. He just had them covered, like you said, after having another lug nut issue
Yeah.
I see.
and got hit by his own wheel.
Yeah.
That was kind of interesting. And like I say, with Reddick having his problems, but there were some other fast cars too along the way. But I think at the end of the day, that the right man won the race.
Yeah, they had the cleanest, best executed, and they had a good car at the end.
Yeah, and he was able to wrap the bottom like nobody else.
Yeah.
What I don't understand though is while Dillon was up there wrapping the bottom and just passing people, his teammate was about to take the wall down every lap running so high. Explain that one to me. I know different drivers have different styles, but by God, if my teammate had put a butt whooping on him last year and was that fast again this year, I believe I'd try to get my car something similar to his.
Yeah, and Austin's had different crew chiefs and all kind of stuff change over the last year, so it's not that. There's something else.
But isn't Kyle just known for running the high line at Richmond anyways? I mean, that's just kind of his thing.
Well, I'm gonna give you.
I mean, maybe
I'm gonna
he's
give you
stuck in
two
his way for
scenarios
that.
here. You are a driver. You can run the high line and run 22nd, or you can run the bottom and have a chance of winning the race.
Oh.
Which one are you gonna do? I believe I'm gonna try the other just to see what happens at least.
Yeah.
But I never saw him down there. I mean, he was always him and SVG were always the highest two on the track.
But it worked for Shane.
Yeah,
'Cause
it worked pretty
passed a lot
decent
of
when he,
people. I don't
in my
know.
opinion, he had a real good race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to where he's been, he moved up very well.
Well, Kyle looked real good in practice. And
Yeah, he
then
was 1-1-1 across the board.
I heard that apparently as soon as they went green for the race, he got on the radio and told him, "Y'all missed this. This car's spinning, trying to wreck. It's wrong. It feels like it's broke."
Yeah.
And that's where they started.
But it wasn't just him. The practice and the qualifying and the race results were way askew from each other.
Yeah.
It-
I think it was just because of the amount of tire fall off and those Group A guys getting a clean track and running fastest laps, but then they're first to qualify on the dirty track. I think it just made it look way different than it actually was.
Yeah, there was something to it because it was almost across the board that the drivers that practiced the best weren't the best.
Yeah.
I think probably the only one that did decent on both might have been Denny.
He was bad in practice.
Was he?
He wasn't even in the top 15.
Okay. Maybe I missed something there. I might have been looking at Richmond 1943 or something.
He was top 5
Denny
on
was
one
racing,
lap.
huh?
He was top 5 on one lap speed, but all the averages he was like 17.
Okay, that's what it was.
But yeah, well, so Reddick got taken out. What about that wreck?
Well, that one fell back on Suarez.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to get around that. He kind of pushed Ty in there and caused the whole thing. When I first saw it, I didn't think that's what happened. But then after they went ahead and they did actually go back and show it good on television, it was real obvious.
I didn't get a chance. I saw somebody interview him after the race, Suarez, but I didn't get to hear him. I don't know what his take on it was, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was his only mark on he had a really good night too. I guess we didn't mention that.
Yeah, he was
Surprising.
by far the best of the Trackhouse teams.
Yeah, I don't know that he was outside. He started about 20th, I believe, and once he got to the top 10, he stayed there the whole race. Ran top 5 a little bit.
Yeah, he never looked like he had winning speed, but he definitely had good speed, good
Yeah.
Top 10 speed.
Yeah, maybe even a little better than that, like I said at times. But
He was about 5th to 7th that whole time, so it's right there in the middle.
and just made one little mistake that cost somebody with a possibility to win the race not to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And send them further back in the playoff.
And you
points.
know, there were a whole lot of different closure rate speeds depending on when people had tires, and I don't know what the difference was at that point in the race on when each one of them had tires.
Yeah, that might have been
So
it.
you really had to judge that carefully.
Yeah, 'cause-
good God, there was a difference in the speed of the cars once they got a tire, or even
I
just if
think
they
it-
had a 5-lap difference or something.
The old tires versus the new were about 15 miles an hour apart.
Huh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty big.
You could tell because they'd come right up on the guys that had old tires and just pass them like nobody's business. I mean,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
look like
I-
they were slowing down to go into pit road, but they were still on the track running their regular speed.
Cody Ware was showing them how to get it done at points.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
passed the leader like he was tied. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's just the difference in them. So good on Goodyear for bringing something that made a difference.
Did y'all see the video of Cody trying to wreck John Hunter?
I did.
Yep.
I don't know what happened there at all. But,
Based off his history, probably John Hunter happened.
yeah.
He has had a history of doing things a little rough at times.
Well, how bad was that attempt that Cody made?
Wasn't as bad as trying to wreck him and then completely missing him, but it was. I mean, he just run up on him. He was just trying to hit his back end so much. I think he was just going to try to spin him out there, but just never got on it enough to
Well,
make a difference.
Yeah.
yeah.
But them two, where they were running, if they wrecked, they wrecked.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, it wouldn't
Cause
have affected the
caution.
outcome. Yeah, that would have been it, but it wouldn't have affected the outcome that much.
No.
Because Nemechek had a terrible day, and Cody Ware
What are you saying
Ran
about
where he
Cody
normally
Ware?
does.
Are you saying Cody Ware couldn't win a race? Are you doubting him?
They've got what they've got. You know, you can only work with what you got, and that's what they got.
Yeah. What about the big wreck?
Kind of unusual for that track. And, you know, I still, after watching it many, many times, I don't know that I can actually just lay blame on one person. I watched every different angle I could and every different video that I could, and some people are going to say it was one guy or the other, but I don't know that I can just lay that on somebody.
It looked to me like it was a combination that Larson just come down a little too low and Briscoe didn't check up in time, and it just.
Yeah, and somebody was online, and I
fun.
saw him hollering, you know, well, Kyle Busch needs to retire. He just ran
Yeah,
all over
that's what I
Briscoe.
was-
I'm like, you know,
Can he help that?
yeah, how are you going to? You got a split second to check up, and you just nudge somebody.
Mm-hmm.
There were a whole bunch of people that just nudged somebody through this race. He just happened to get him pretty good, and he was in the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, so on the radio they said it started with Larson and Briscoe, but then I was reading on X and a couple other interviews and stuff I heard, and I've heard several people say Kyle Busch was just a wrecking ball and took out Briscoe and Elliott and caused all of that.
Well, he
And
took out
he
Elliott,
was-
but that's because he was coming down the track.
They're just making it sound like he was just off the wall wrecking everybody. You know?
No.
Like, I don't think you're making it sound different than what it actually was.
I don't see it that way. Like I said, that was one. Several people got into other people along the way. I mean, that's a product of running 4 and 5 wide, and everybody trying to get what they can on the kick down there.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I can throw anybody under the bus. I tried many ways to figure out how to throw somebody under the bus on that one. And if somebody wants to throw Kyle Busch, then do it. But
Yeah, oh well, I guess. Well, how about the Penske 3, 4, 5, and you throw Barry in for an 8th? Best run they've had in a long time.
yeah, and a great run, I would say, for Joey after the way his weekend started out.
Yep.
And he crashed early before the race, had to rebuild the car. Didn't qualify. I don't know if he did. Did he even make a qualifying lap, or is that
He
when he
did,
crashed?
but he had his tire rubbing the whole way around.
Okay.
all
I
that.
didn't ever see about the qualifying. So, yeah, he started last, but it didn't take long. He came through the field and apparently had a flat tire during the race sometime.
He said he had an air leak on that last run.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
but that was, I think, his best finish since he won 3 months ago. And that was Barry's best finish in several months. And that was Cindric's best finish since he won several months ago. So all of them had their best run except maybe Blaney. But, I mean, he's kind of been his own car over there all year.
right.
But
He's fast.
I think that's just scary for everybody else with Penske waking up right here when it's time to start doing something. And
He's saying it's coming again.
this is a very similar track to where the championship is decided.
Does this mean you're saying that either Penske or Austin Dillon is going to be the champion?
Ew.
Don't say that. Don't say that. No, Penske's fine.
Yeah, I'll say Penske.
Austin
let's-
Dillon has
let's-
to make it.
Yeah, let's-
I'll cover. Let's finish the race discussion, then we'll get to the championship stuff.
Okay.
All right, so that let's see, had the, well, I don't know actually who else. I guess RFK, they're concerning me. I'm starting to worry. They've shown so much potential all year, and they seem to just be going into a slump the last few weeks. I mean, I guess Brad was good a few weeks ago, but
Top 10.
I sure expected to see one of them make it into the playoffs, and now I really
Yeah.
don't think so.
I
Especially Priest after he fell off a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that he didn't have any brakes at the end.
Okay, maybe
So I
that's what
don't
it was.
know.
He was terrible.
Yeah, I heard he was racing without brakes, so I don't know what
I
happened
mean, the
there.
first race, he was lights out fast. You know, it looked like he had a chance, a real good chance. And then they played their stupid pit stop games, and that didn't work out, and just everything went bad for him after that. But maybe that's what the whole problem was, that he didn't have brakes. But their pit stops, some of that stuff that happened in the first stage, I think that just ruined the race for a couple guys.
I do too, but all three of them, I felt like one of those three would win a race. I wasn't really sure which one, but I thought one of them three would. They've just all shown real good speed at points, and now these last several weeks, they've kind of been a non-factor. I mean, yeah, top 10, but they don't need top 10s. They have to win.
Right.
So, I don't...
Well, there were two of them thought they were playing for the last spot in the championship.
Yeah.
That went backwards on them real quick.
Yeah. Is there anything else in the race you want to cover? You want to get into that? Because I guess we can... I'm ready if you are.
I think we pretty much got it. What we didn't hit here.
We can get...
Wasn't that important, or either we'll hit it,
Yeah,
We'll
all
hit it
right.
later.
We'll hit it to the next part of this.
So, first thing I want to say is congrats to Byron. Not many people mentioned it, but he's the regular season champion before they even get to Daytona. Not quite Corey Heim-like, but...
And he almost had a little bit of energy when he
he
interviewed
actually
him
sounded like he
for about 10 or 15 seconds, and then he went back into that monotone. I am a robot. This is what I do.
I work for.
I heard him. He was running, and he said, "Anyways."
Yeah.
And then he got dead, and I was like, he just realized he was being too excited. He had to tone it back down.
That's what it looked like, didn't it?
Yeah.
It really did. That's sad to say.
Yeah.
The boys, all them boys probably got personality falling out of them, and they just can't use it.
Maybe not Chase, but.
Huh?
So maybe not Chase, but.
Maybe not Chase.
Chase is the only one I don't.
Chase was raised to be a NASCAR Cup driver his whole life. That's what he was raised to do. I think he was bred and born for that. His daddy said, "We're going to have us a Cup driver." Mm-hmm. And that's what they brought him up to be. So I think he was seriously, when he was a young man, I think he was taking classes on learning how to give interviews and all.
No problem.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, if I remember right, I saw something about that. They had him in a program to learn how to do interviews and speak in public.
Well, they didn't do good enough because he didn't show a sponsor on his cup last night.
Yeah, you said he had it
During
turned
his
a little bit. I could tell what it was.
I could see his bar. No, I couldn't. I couldn't tell you if that was a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi or.
Oh, you're full of it, boy.
Well,
we know it wasn't a Pepsi, but it could have been a Dr. Cola or whatever, something different.
Dr. Pepper?
Yeah. No, the ones those them cheap versions of the real thing that have a similar color on the can.
Just the cola or whatever.
Yeah, Mr. Cola, Uncle Cola.
okay.
I'm sorry, Austin.
Anyway.
We're way out here in the wrong place.
So
back to racing again.
Congrats to Byron. I think that's got to be nice because he don't have to worry about being in the big one next weekend. If he does, he does. If he don't, he don't. But if somebody wants to pull up the points, I don't want to misquote or whatever here, but that battle for second place is huge for next week. I think there's 23 points from second to sixth, which is a swing of 5 points from second to sixth. So that's between, I believe, Denny, Bell, Blaney, Reddick, and Larson. Not Reddick. Sorry.
No, definitely not Reddick. He can still be out.
Points.
Yeah, but he's still 7th in points. Who else was it? Bell, Blaney, Denny, Larson,
This says
and
Byron,
Elliott. There we go. So
Chase,
those 5.
Denny, Larson, Blaney, Bell.
Yes. All right, so those 5 are going to be going at it for that second spot next weekend.
Does the number 2 really matter that much, though?
No.
Well, getting second versus getting 6th is 10 points or 5. So
Okay. Yeah, it'll make a little difference. But they are racing at Daytona next weekend, so
yeah.
we don't know that wasn't really a big one they had last night compared to what they can do there.
Nope. But I think that'll be an interesting battle. And then, like we were getting to earlier, RFK's out now. And
Yeah, without a win, none of their cars are in. That's
yeah,
their
and
their
if
only
you're out now,
possibility.
you're not getting in unless you win because the gap is
60, wasn't it, or close to it?
60,
Yeah.
insurmountable. So you're only gonna get in with a win, which makes me worry that the first 2 stages next weekend will be kind of tame because everybody needs to make it to the end. But I got a feeling when we hit stage 3 next weekend, it's gonna be insane.
Well, I guess the scenario that I would expect them to do is maybe RFK cars try to get together, run the first 2 stages with each other, figure out a way to push one of them to the win,
Yeah.
how to pass people along the way. That would be my plan if I
I mean, I
was
think
at their
that's going to
team.
be every team and manufacturer's plan.
Well, I mean, you've got a lot of teams that already have most of their guys in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, all the 3 Hendrick guys need to push Bowman.
Yeah.
All the RFK
And
guys
that'll
need
never
to
happen.
win.
Okay, I say that one will never happen.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Hendricks knows how to work together.
No.
I really don't. I believe RFK would do it, and
I
I
think
used to think some of the Toyota teams would do it, but I don't know if they would anymore.
They like to hit each other a lot
Yeah,
these
they-
days.
I don't know that there's the
But
teammanship there that there used to be.
Well, I don't know, but Ty Gibbs is the
They
only
need to
one
rally
that's
behind
got a
him.
win over there. So, like, all these teams got one guy that they need to win. Austin Dillon, I'll bet money will be pushing that 8 car next weekend. Because he's part owner of RCR or invested in that, so that's good for their money, if anything.
Yeah.
So,
Well, out of all of them that are racing out there, I think from what I've seen in the past that Brad is probably one of the better at it, though. So he needs to have a heart-to-heart with his guys and say it don't matter which one of the 3, but we need to all get together and be there at the end.
Brad Week.
Brad and Joey used to be real excellent when they worked together at that. They could really
Yeah.
push each other around the track.
Brad's always been a good one, but honestly, he's had way more success at Talladega than Daytona. I don't know why, but
Well, I understand that, but I mean, I'm just saying as far as the drafting part
Yeah.
and pushing cars, not at a specific track, but at either or the other.
yeah,
That part of it's the same. So
my money, I think, is going to come down to RCR versus RFK. I mean, they've had some of the best plate track runs out of anybody recently.
So I guess, but if you're Hendricks and you got 4 cars, maybe figure out who's closer to Reddick and take him out on lap 1 or 2. And
Yeah,
that'll give
because
Bowman.
that's the other thing. 29 points there. So if Bowman can make it through the big one and Reddick gets taken out, then he could point his way in still.
Very easily he could, yes.
But we're pretty much guaranteed that at least one Hendrick or Gibbs car is out, if not both. And if not, then a 2311 car. So one of the big guys is out this year.
Yeah.
Just don't know who yet. But
It'll get interesting. I believe, like you say, though, you could probably take your time watching the first couple stages, just not worry about them that much. But when they drop that rag on the 3rd stage,
yeah, I'd
everybody's
be
going
done
to be
with my bathroom breaks and
jockeying
my
for positions.
snack trips when stage 3 gets going.
And we could be totally wrong, but I just think it's going to be partial throttle and
Oh, it
I
will
think
be.
you'll definitely see a wreck.
and stage in the first 2 or just in the 3rd.
No, I think you'll probably see one somewhere in the middle of stage 2. I don't think you'll see one in stage 1, but I think stage 2 you might have somebody get all uppity
They'll
on
start
something.
ramping it up then to figure out what they got.
I mean, it
I
is
think they
still a
might be
Saturday
trying
night
stuff.
race. That always brings extra energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where's the moon at Saturday night?
I don't know. Is it full?
Huh? If it's full moon.
We betting over under on 20. We'll say 22 cars. Reckon
Let's see.
getting in one wreck.
At one time?
Yeah. I mean, they wrecked 24 at Atlanta and 28 at Talladega last year.
Yeah.
And right now, if you look, we got 14 winners, so with not knowing what'll happen with Bowman and Reddick right now, 22 guys need to win. That not want to win, they need to win if they're going to the playoffs.
Well,
I hope they don't knock out 20-something cars at one time.
boy, wouldn't that be something? Then
I'm
Cody
going to
Ware
go
would be
ahead
your
and
winner.
say they will, because, I mean, they wreck just about 20 every time. But
Yeah, I can see the scenario happen. I just hope they don't. I hope they play some good strategy.
it might
and
be
get
like
down.
Atlanta, and it'll leave only the guys that never get to race for a win in, like Ty Dillon and all of them again.
It'd be way entertaining doing that.
And
That's
that
how you
would be
get an
okay
entertaining
too.
race.
Yeah.
Then we can see who's got what at a plate track other than money.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we
Something
can
to
leave
look
that
forward
until
to.
it happens.
Yeah.
But we still need to talk about the truck race this weekend. It was Heim time again, but
Wait a minute now.
Oh, what?
Well, we're gonna go back and do some more Cup stuff because we got a lot of things we didn't really hit there.
You said we'd get to it later if we didn't.
Okay, well that's fine.
I don't know.
All right, well let's get the trucking.
All right, so Heim time again, but I think again it was one of the wins that he got back that he shouldn't have won this time, but he also should have won a few that he didn't earlier this year. So I think those are starting to even out for him because he's done won a few that he shouldn't have. Because Majeski was the rocket ship,
Without a doubt.
lapped up to 11th place in the first 70 laps.
Yeah, and Heim wasn't even top two for quite a bit of the race.
Yeah.
He wasn't even the second fastest car, so did he deserve to win? Probably not, but did he deserve to win, like you say, because of all the ones he hasn't got that he should have got? Sure.
Yeah. But Crafton almost had a bad hook for him. He's lucky they showed there was oil on the track.
Yeah, because I was throwing him under the bus during the race. I had done made it up in my mind, that dumb old man. He done screwed up big, and then they showed the little streak around the track. I said, well, he ain't as dumb as I thought.
It's still time.
Still needs to retire.
Yeah, it's still time to retire.
Yeah, he still needs to retire. He's past his prime considerably, I think. Maybe go be a driving coach or something else, or do something different. But I think they need maybe not an 18-year-old in the truck, but somebody a little bit
But Majeski
closer to their prime.
gets some damage and just don't have the truck no more, and still runs second after being in a wreck. So that's impressive.
Yeah, I know at one point he was 4 seconds ahead of the second place. And I think second place was a couple up on Heim. So, yeah, he had him covered big time.
Yeah.
And really no big problem in passing him until the last run after he got the damage.
Yeah. But I think besides that, I mean, they had a very good race. I believe racing-wise, they had a better race than Cup again because they were just 3 and 4 wide lap after lap after lap at points. And I think they were putting on a show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very good race. Fun to watch, enjoyable. There was a couple of things that didn't make good sense in it, but
Yeah, so go ahead and talk. You want to talk about Dawson Sutton?
yeah, let's figure out. Somebody explain to me what happened with Dawson Sutton. I know they said, I guess his car was smoking or on fire or something. I never saw smoke coming out of it. Didn't see it blazing out the window, but he pulls up at the end of pit road during the race and just stops and gets out.
Which is against the rules.
Yeah, which is against rules. And then apparently they put the car on the wrecker, hauled it to the garage, and apparently got back in the car or in the truck and went ahead and raced.
Garage. He went to the care center, I believe. Came out to the care center, and while they were interviewing him, he was putting his suit back on and went and got back in the truck.
Whatever.
Yeah. That one was weird.
That one's real weird. But, I mean, honestly, when he got out of his truck there, everybody was looking like, well, maybe it's a side we can't see. I don't know what's going on. And then somebody finally spoke up and said either there was some smoke or some fire in it, which we never saw.
Yeah.
And that don't mean there wasn't a little something in the floorboard, but it wasn't like he was jumping out and hurrying to get out of it like, Ricky Bobby or something. I'm on fire, I'm on fire.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe his sponsor told him that they needed to have attention this week or something.
Well, he got it.
Yeah, because that one was just strange.
But I'm awful surprised that NASCAR let him get back in and finish the race after going to the infield care center. I didn't realize. That's right. I guess you did say the other day he had been.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, whatever. But
or maybe he just was done racing for the time. Said this is where I'm stopping.
yeah. Well, I guess we need to go ahead and cover their playoffs because they're racked up and ready to roll. Ben Rhodes did not make it in, which was a surprise, I think, to everybody. But
It was a surprise, but it wasn't a surprise watching how his and his teammates' season is going.
no, not now. But I feel like at the beginning of the year, you would have thought.
Right.
For
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You would have thought, and you would have thought Majeski would have done better. You'd have thought
Yeah.
a lot of different things, but yeah, the trucks.
Yeah.
Just didn't. Just had to have some different players this year in it.
Yeah. So Heim comes in with 39 points over second, plus 62. What a season. Still might not win the championship. And so, Connor, do you have them pulled up, the truck playoffs?
It doesn't have points next to him. It's just got manufacturer. At least on the website, I can look.
All he wants is the top 10, I think.
Yeah, just look at the top 10.
Uh,
That should help you predict. You got to take. So this first round for them, they're going to cut 2 drivers. Who you say is going to get cut after first 3 races?
Is Connor going first?
You can go first. if
I'll
you
go
want.
first. My first round dropouts. We writing this down, or you just gonna remember it?
You can write it.
I got it
down.
written down,
Yeah,
so I will know who I had.
Yeah.
I'm saying the first round, Garcia's going out and Ankram's going out.
All right, I got Garcia and Carruth. I just feel like he's been in a slump right now.
I got both of them too. That's just who I think. I don't
Alright.
see much from Carruth now. So
Y'all don't think Rajah's going to pick it up a little bit?
No, I feel
Nah.
like he's been in a slump. He ain't been running too hot recently.
I can't disagree with that, but I'm still going to stick with what I said. So nobody thinks Garcia's going nowhere.
Nope.
Think he just kind of backed in and got lucky and had just enough finish to get there, huh?
Well, he only got in on points, so.
Yeah.
All right, and then I guess we can go ahead and predict the whole way through, and then when we get
Can we revise if we get it wrong?
if we get it made wrong,
All
we'll
right.
re-predict when that round gets here.
Okay.
But I'm going to say for the next round, then I think Ankram's going out, Hemrick, Enfinger, and Honeycutt.
Well, we're exactly the same except for swap Ankram and Carruth around.
All right. So that leaves our final 4
Wait a
the
minute,
same.
wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know.
Connor might be throwing Himes and Riggs and
I
all
was just
them
saying
out.
for me and you.
Oh, okay.
Who you taking out, Connor?
It's a good question. I think Majeski and Honeycutt. Those are 2 that I think will go out, and Enfinger. But then I think Chandler Smith might get out before that.
He didn't look great Friday night.
That's
He
just
was
that.
mediocre.
That's gonna be mine that I think just gonna surprise people and get out first.
All right, so that leaves me and Frank. We both got Smith, Heim, Riggs, and Majeski in the final 4. And you got Heim, Riggs.
Trying to think who else.
Hemrick,
Hemrick and then
Enfinger.
Yeah.
You think Enfinger? Oh, yeah. All right.
He has turned it on at times before, after they got
He
late in
seems
the
to make
season.
it to that final 4
Yeah,
just
yeah.
about every year. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a
But
surprise.
this year, just hadn't seen a whole
Yeah.
lot special out of him.
I'm going bold. I'm
But I do believe
super.
he got in last year because of Talladega, and he can do it again this year.
That's
It's in
right.
there
Oh,
again.
yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll
All
see.
right. So, who y'all think will be the champion out of those? Your final 4?
Probably Heim or Riggs. I'd have to say just because of the way Heim's season has been. 7 wins. Doesn't
So,
mean
you
that
going
he
to take
can't
Heim?
just- Yeah, I'll take Heim. Just I won't be that
He's
bold.
been in
today,
the
but
final 4 the last year or 2 and ain't
And
been
found a
able
way
to.
to lose it, hadn't he?
Yeah. So, I would.
He's got that number 11 curse.
My money's on Majeski. I
Really?
Right.
Because, I mean, I think he's got the same Penske effect. He just showed up at Richmond, a similar track, and just was smoking them. And he smoked them at Phoenix last year. They've got that track figured out, and that's all you need. You don't need to run good everywhere else. You just got to get there.
Well, what do you think?
I knew who I wanted to win, but that's not who I'm picking to win. I'm going to pick Heim to win just because I think he'd do whatever it takes
Yeah.
when they get to the final. He's
Actually-
had enough of this crap, and he has just been lights out.
Yeah. I have them in order. I think it'll be Majeski, Riggs second, Heim third, and I think Chandler will be fourth. But we'll see, I guess.
My preference would be Riggs to win it, but I don't know.
Well, me
that
too.
He's got the experience.
Oh,
But he is a pretty easygoing guy, so the pressure might not bother him.
yeah. I want to throw it back way back earlier. So, speaking of Majeski having the Penske thing, this was a point I didn't get to earlier. If y'all got the last round for Cup pulled up, notice here that apparently some of the manufacturer representatives have kind of been joking if NASCAR is really just trying to hand it to Penske, because if you look, round 1 has Gateway, Worldwide Technology or whatever, a flat track, what Penske's best at. Round 2 has, what's in round 2? New Hampshire, I believe.
Yeah.
And then round 3 has Martinsville.
Yep.
And then Phoenix. It's literally like they're laying out those 4 flat tracks as just a road for Penske to just work their way through. Because they have the best cars on those tracks. Hendrick has not been able to figure it out. They said they worked on that flat track program for months and months, and still they're not competitive there. And Toyota's been better, but still Penske's been the best, I think. So I just found that interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. It might.
I
But
can
you
tell
never
them
know.
Get better at those tracks.
They could all blow a motor in 2 races or something.
Yeah.
You never know.
Penske blew up at Phoenix earlier this year. Or
That's
not
right.
Penske, Blaney. Sorry.
Well, he's a Penske driver, I
Yeah.
suppose. But
I don't know. I thought that was an interesting point, but if y'all don't, we'll move on.
no, I mean,
It's very interesting.
it's interesting to think about.
Yeah.
I don't think NASCAR's making a schedule around who they
Well, no,
want to
that's just-
win
like
races.
I said, they
It
were
just
kinda
kinda
joking
played out
about it.
that way, right?
I would be surprised if a Penske driver didn't make it all the way
Yeah.
to the championship race. Like, I would be surprised at that anyways, but I would, especially with the way and the tracks they're going to and stuff where we know that they run good, I'd be surprised
Yep.
if you don't have at least maybe 2,
Yeah.
at 1 or 2, I think. You probably will have 2, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2 will be in the final 4.
I think Blaney will definitely be 1
Blaney
of
and
them,
Logano again,
but
probably.
Probably.
Same finish as last year.
Yeah. Barry might just sneak his way in there. He's like he's a Penske driver basically, so
They need more.
consistency.
But we'll get all of that next week for those predictions.
Yeah.
All right, so we ready for yellow tape takes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Yellow tape takes. Let's give some opinions for y'all to agree or disagree with. My number 1. Do y'all agree or disagree with how those lap cars were racing Bowman at the end of the race?
100% agree.
Yeah.
And even if they were blocking, I still 100% agree. There's got to be a reason why they were doing it.
Yeah.
They had a grudge against
Trying to
him
keep
for
him
some
out.
reason. If they did it, that's part of racing.
Yeah.
But I also agree that if he had got fed up with it and punted him, so be it.
That's
Yeah.
racing.
That's racing. Yeah, that was their one opportunity to hold him up because he knocked him out of the way 3 times during the year or something.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole scenario,
I like where I saw somebody just
but just pulling over, whatever.
straight up said, it is a race.
Yeah.
And Bowman's crew was complaining about this. But I don't want to hear it because this is it seems to be a Hendrick thing. We go back to, I think it was at Iowa, Byron was complaining that the lap cars were holding him up, and then there's just been several times that the Hendrick guys are crying because lap cars won't just get out of their way. Whenever we go back to Martinsville last year and Chevy put a roadblock so Byron could make it to the Final 4. Like, you have your times and you don't. Get over it. And if you want to put the bumper to somebody, go ahead, but don't cry because they're racing you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how
so I'm good with it.
Yeah.
they didn't.
They didn't slam the brakes in front of him and tear the nose off his car or nothing like that. And he had plenty of opportunity when he got up to him just to give him that nudge in and go by.
I think they felt like Jesse Love kind of was doing it on purpose because he was an RCR car, and maybe he was, but also all he's got to say is this is one of his first ever Cup starts. He's just trying not to cause a caution, and so he's just doing what he can. And Shane, that's the one they were most mad at, I think. And I don't have a problem with Shane specifically because, one, he was the lucky dog if the caution did come out. Two, think about it. He's trying to, if he holds up Bowman and lets Dillon in, that's an easier guy for him to try and beat in the first round of the playoffs than trying to knock out a Bowman or somebody like that, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I didn't see where he did nothing out of the way anyhow.
No, but anyway, all right, that's mine. Somebody, anybody, everybody.
All right.
What you got?
Let's go with the tire deal then. Do you think that the tires that Goodyear brought had just the right amount of fall off, too much, too little, or what? I know it's not a yes or no, but it's a opinion.
I think it might have been a little too much, honestly, for me.
I agree.
Just because it almost felt like the option tires at Phoenix sometimes when you got to it, because like you'd put your new tires on and boom, you'd fly past like a bunch of cars, and then
Those
like
were the options.
oh, they
tires.
were the options. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just weren't options. That was the only
Yeah,
option.
that was the option.
Well, yeah.
So what do you think, Austin? Too much, too little, just right? What?
I think it was just right. I just wish the car could pass better because I think it would have made it even way, way, way better. But I think for what they have right now, that was just right.
I'm gonna have to agree with Connor. I don't say it was a whole lot too much, but a little bit too much. I think just a little. If it had fell off just a little less more, in other words, instead of falling off, what do you say, 3/10 of a lap?
Yeah.
Maybe half of that or a third of that or something that they fall off. But I would have rather seen that. I would have rather seen that than seen them run on a tire that doesn't fall off. That being said.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was.
You good?
I don't know what that was. Something crazy.
Computer got an alert or something, sent it through the headset.
Well, yeah, and something interesting. For that last battle when Austin and Blaney were side by side before that final pit stop, I kind of figured coming down that whole time, whoever was the first to pit kind of had that one.
Yeah.
And so you're thinking, why did Blaney go so long? Why? He wasn't coming back from that. And I finally, if you think about it, they were side by side for what, 10 or 15 laps?
Probably at least 10, yeah.
And who was on the outside? Blaney.
Yeah, Blaney was, but that's, Dillon was only running one line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but my point is, Blaney was stuck out there. He couldn't pit because Austin was on his inside every lap. So they wanted to short pit Austin, but they couldn't because it would have meant Blaney having to get behind Austin, which would have gave up more time. And I guess ultimately that might have been better than what ended up happening, but still, he was just stuck out there, so he couldn't pit. So when Austin finally cleared him and jumped on pit road, well, we got to do something different because we're not going to pass him just straight up.
Yeah.
So that was just what they were stuck with, but I found that interesting. But anyway, yeah, I think it was the right amount of fall off. Y'all don't? Or think it was a little too much?
I would still prefer this over not having any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it was a little much.
All right. Connor, you got one? I know you got one.
Well, you talk about all this tire fall off, but I want to talk about a wheel fall off because you see my grudge with the one-lung tire wheel has struck again. Because old Bubber Wallace, heard the announcer call him Bubber last night. Me and Frank were joking about that. So old Bubber Wallace had a bit of a problem up there in his pit booth, and his wheel decided to
Pit
take a
box.
stroll down. Pit backs, take a stroll. Well, speaking like the foreign fella, pit booth or something, and his wheel decided to take a little stroll down pit road
It
without
did catch
him.
up with him though.
Yeah, it kept
Yeah.
up with him. It wanted to stay with him, but it wouldn't. So then he had to go pull off into Briscoe's, which, by the way, if I had a nickel for every time Briscoe's pit crew had to adjust something for another Toyota car this year, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't
Yeah.
a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah, I think they've
But-
won Crew of the Year at this point.
Yeah, but just assisting and stuff. But I mean, my grudge comes back just almost about every week now, and I
Yeah.
think I know what y'all think at this
He
point
wasn't
of
the
it,
only
but I'm
one.
gonna bring
Bell
it up.
also almost lost a wheel.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
definitely leading the league in assists, aren't they?
Yeah,
This is like a basketball game.
but I just mean with it's just time to get rid of the one lug wheels, and even Dale Jr. said so.
Yeah, it sounds like something Dale Jr. would agree with.
Yeah, I mean,
There were a few hits on lug nuts. On lug nut, you can't say nuts, can you? Because
Yeah.
they,
no,
only got-
it's a lug nut.
they only got one nut. They've been half nutted or something. I don't know.
But and I saw somebody on X post, which is probably a good point. They said, is it going to take a whole wheel to fly into the stands before NASCAR finally considers changing it back?" And I was like, honestly, at this point, maybe, because I don't know. I'm just ready for him to get rid of them, y'all. I mean, I think I know what y'all think about
wish he
it.
had 5
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he was running really, really good. Maybe had a chance at a win again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he lost the
that.
wheel.
That went out the window right then.
Yep.
All right. Anybody else got another one?
Yeah, I got one. I guess we're still falling back on some of the same old questions we've been asking all along, though. With Todd Dillon now in the playoffs,
Austin Dillon.
well, I'm wishing. With Austin Dillon now in the playoffs, what do we think about somebody getting in the playoffs and a chance for a championship after having been that far back? We had this discussion with Shane, but Shane's done a little more to prove that maybe he deserves to be there with all his road course wins, and
Yeah.
street course wins.
Yeah, no, that was something I was thinking about because a lot of people were like, finally we got a decent race. We can get rid of talking about the car issues and blah, blah, blah. But no, now you're talking about the playoff issues. This is wrong. It should not be allowed. He's 25th in points. And
I saw some people online saying that maybe we should go back to 12 instead
yeah,
of 16.
I've
Yeah.
agreed with 12 for a while now.
It would be better than 16.
Or
100%,
make
but-
the cutoff just maybe even 20th. If
But-
you're top 20 in points, then you're basically
Oh,
there.
I'm still so old school. I just want to see them pointed out for the whole year and be
Well,
done
of
with it.
course
But
we
I mean,
do,
if
but we're not getting
yeah,
that,
if you're right, if you're not getting it, let's come up with something where.
I still
Of course,
think,
what do you think? I mean, if you had to give a percentage that Austin Dillon is going to win the championship, it is so minuscule.
Yeah.
I think the issue still lies with the fact that it's one win and you're in, right?
Yeah,
Like, that's the big issue overlaying here, because if Austin Dillon won today, that would do a lot for him in points. But if you had it different, it wouldn't throw him in immediately, Now, if he had 2 or 3 wins or something, then, he should be in.
Well, that's why I'm thinking if it was taking 12, then he still wouldn't be in because he's the 14th winner.
Yeah.
So he would still be out. Or something Denny's preached for a while, make these more valuable. Double the amount of points you get for a win. So no, he's not guaranteed in with the win, but it's such a big jump in points that it might have leaped him up to maybe 22nd in points or something. And no, that's not good enough. But I mean, none of us agree with it.
No.
So
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody just wholeheartedly sit down and say, "Boy, I love this championship the way it's set up." Yeah.
Mark Martin
Trying-
doesn't.
No, I mean, I'm trying to think of anybody, and don't know of anybody I've ever seen just say this is the exact right way to do it. And I know that's what they're stuck with for this year, but they stuck themselves with it.
Yeah.
yeah, no, we don't agree with it.
Unfortunately, we haven't had something like that, where that somebody just came from obscurity and barely ever doing anything all season. Maybe Tony Stewart a little bit, but not anything like what we've seen. That's a possibility here.
Well, like him or not, we had an undeserving champion last year.
Yeah.
True, real, full year champion. He deserved it in the fact that they played the same system everybody else did and won, but he didn't deserve it. So, the driver said they don't like him being talked about like that, so change it, because they're going to keep being talked about that way until something else that's more credible is put in.
Yeah.
But
Well,
is that it for the takes?
Yeah, the only other stuff I had, we've already discussed. I would like to know, do you think, does the 19 crew need to get extra pay?
I think they need to get. NASCAR said the 23 team owes them a steak dinner,
Okay.
so I think they need something.
Well, we can go with that then. It's got a nice steak dinner for the whole crew.
Yeah.
They got a few coming their way.
Yeah.
Would they do it for a Chevrolet?
No.
Are they allowed to do that for a shot? Because I know they can do it for
Do it
like.
for anybody like they did. They just get a. Well, for one, Toyota would light them up,
Oh,
the
yeah.
manufacturer.
Yeah.
And two, the guy that pit would get that penalty that Bubba got for out of the box.
Right.
But did y'all actually who was it? John Hunter last? I want to say it was John Hunter last night. I think he stalled out in Joey's box when Joey was coming into pit.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. And they
Yeah,
were hollering at him, get out of our
They
pits.
said, yeah, they would get out now. So that was funny. I don't know if that's ever happened before. That I can think of, but
I don't recall it. I'm sure it has. But
Yeah.
they were pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
but
I was waiting for Joey to come in there and punt him out of the way.
all right. Well, is that it for them?
I guess so.
All right. Let's do our rookie moves of the race.
Mine was easy.
All right.
Who is it?
I have to go with Suarez.
Suarez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, I saw several other things happen. I tried to find somebody who did a dumb move in that big wreck, but just can't see it being anything other but racing there.
Who you got, Connor?
I was gonna say Suarez.
All right. I have him, but I also have Kyle Busch because he played a role in the wreck, and then also he's had an issue with speeding, but last night he just took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's
there said that you could just see it going down pit road. It didn't even look right. And then he sped through sections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't know what he was doing. I'd love to ask him.
Well, maybe he realized that he had sped in section 1, so he was trying to hurry up and
Yeah.
get back around so he could serve his penalty and get going.
Yeah, maybe
Alright,
so.
Maybe he was smart.
Yeah, but I don't know that I've ever heard of a driver speeding through that many sections before.
No,
No.
not either.
But really, honestly, that might have been what happened. He might have realized he sped and just said, "Oh well,
Yeah.
make up as much time."
Yeah,
as
they're
I
not
can
going to give you
now."
10
I just love
penalties,
Cole.
are they?
And that's something I was thinking about last night. I mean, what if you just go through pit road wide open and then just serve your penalty and come back?
Yeah.
And
They probably got another penalty if you just go,
Yeah.
if you go to the hammer.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure they'll give you a few miles an hour without saying a whole lot. But yeah, if you just go to the hammer like we did back in the day, they might say something.
Mhm.
well, I think that's our two then.
Yeah. What I got?
But what's the crew cut of the race? I think there's several here. We got Bubba's guys making him lose a wheel. Bell almost lost a wheel. I think Denny and them had jack problems.
Twice.
Yep.
Yeah. And there was others. Who am I forgetting?
Did Gibbs have a jack problem?
I don't know, but he had a brake problem.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
right.
did Priest.
I know another one had a jack problem, but I can't remember which one it was. But
Yeah, there was a lot of issues
crew
on
mix
pit
ups
road
tonight.
last night.
Yeah, there were several of them they had. I'd have to say Denny's because they screwed up twice.
Yeah.
But you got to give some honorable mentions to some of the people who just the crew chiefs in the first stage decided they weren't going to pit, and they just
That would be
fell out of
Derek
the race.
Finley for Priest and Alan Gustafson.
And of course, Alan Gustafson, he gets an honorable mention at least every week.
He gets an honorable mention just for sitting on the pit box.
Yeah.
At this point, pretty much.
Well, we'll just go ahead and put him in as, we'll call it the Alan Gustafson crew cut. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, everybody in the industry still says that y'all are wrong and that he's a very good crew chief.
Oh.
And he's won a lot of races.
He's still there, isn't he? And I'm
Yeah.
still here talking about him, so we'll live with that.
Yeah.
All right, so is that all for
He's got more haters
Yeah.
on the internet than any of the other crew chiefs, I do believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he does too.
Of course, his driver's the Mr. Popularity winner. So.
Somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
they were pretty explanatory this week for your bad crew mistakes.
All right,
Yeah. It was a tough week on a crew, or especially a crew chief this week anyhow.
yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
God, there were 4,000 different strategies that
yeah,
you couldn't hardly, like Austin said, you couldn't keep up with what was going on in the race.
yeah.
Who's on tire? When did he get tires?
All right, youngster of the day. Connor, you go first.
I don't know if I really have a youngster of the day. Not that just.
I mean, Josh
Sticks
Berry
out to
was
me.
8th.
But is
First
he a
good run.
youngster? He's not young.
It's his second year in the Cup Series.
Yeah, he's
I've
hard.
been
He's
thinking
hard to
about
call a
age.
youngster, but I would have to agree with that. If you're going to give it to somebody based on their time
Yeah.
in the series, it would be him.
Yeah.
I reckon so.
All right, fine then. I got him. Zane Smith got an 11th. They finally didn't get wrecked for once. And then I give one to Shane too. You can say he's a youngster or not, but dude's first year in the Cup on ovals. Ran 14th at a track with a million things going on, and he got caught on the wrong side of that one caution in the pit stops. He had already pit and got lapped and was 30th. Got the lucky dog and drove his way back up there for the second time.
Yeah, I think Shane did an excellent job, and I think Shane did exactly what they wanted him to do. What did they say? He needed to be 18th or 19th or better in
Yeah.
the first races, so he proved that he could do that. Maybe.
Yeah.
He's definitely improved over the years to where he's running in the regular round
Yeah, I
track
mean, he
races.
started
so-
fighting for 30th, and now he's consistently top 20 just about every oval, I think.
Maybe he does make it a little ways in the playoffs. If he gets to round 2, he's pretty much
Yeah.
going one more.
All right, well, do y'all have anybody else?
No.
Are those your 3 or our 3?
That's it.
All right. Vet of the day. I don't think you can argue with Austin Dillon this week. Career day, best race he's ever ran in his life. I mean, what, over 100 laps? First time that car done that since Earnhardt in 98
98, yeah.
Mm.
in the 500. Saved
Yeah.
his tires because, I mean, he had older tires than the guys behind him, and he managed them and was still pulling away. Made no mistakes all day on pit road. The crew stayed good. I mean, it's
I don't know. You got a couple there that were they better than him? I don't think so. Were they better than they started? Definitely, especially with like Joey.
yeah. I have Logano written down and Suarez.
Yeah, and Suarez was just a surprise because lately he hasn't done a whole lot with the trouble he's got going on in his life right now.
Yeah.
On his career right now, anyhow. It's nice to see that he showed up to race.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, we go for those.
Yeah, I think so.
Green, white, checkered takes. I want to revisit one from a while, a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so. That place was packed last night.
Sold out.
A bunch of fans. And so, I want to revisit. Do you agree all tracks should only have one date on the schedule? Maybe not all, but a majority, most, pretty much all.
Yes.
Because, I mean, Richmond was struggling hard with attendance the last several years with their 2 races. And you cut out one and do this, and they're sold out.
I think so. Some tracks, maybe not, because I like some of the tracks that do day and night races.
Yeah, and that was something we talked about last time. Like, I mean, Daytona, you're getting 2 races always.
But I think some of these races we could cut out, especially when you get into playoff time and you just don't need a lot of them there. I don't care to see 2 Talladega races. I don't care to see 2 Bristol races, really not anymore. I mean, I like the night race
greatest thing in the world.
But the way the cars are now, I just don't.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody used to look forward to Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. Let's go.
Yep.
But not anymore.
But I just
get the cars a little more racy, and then I think everybody want more of Bristol and more of all the short tracks. I don't know, Austin. I don't know for sure how I feel about that. If they can find the right tracks to put them at, keep the races interesting, sure. But
I just like the idea of cutting some of these and adding like the old fairgrounds and stuff like that again.
Fairgrounds, Rockingham, Chicagoland's already coming back, so there's that. Kentucky.
Just more
a lot of
markets,
good tracks you could bring
more
back.
fans, more tracks.
Yep.
don't have a problem with it. Just do something that makes sense. Don't run into Tunisia or something, because that's the kind of stuff they'll wind up doing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do y'all have any others?
Yeah. After watching this race, I'd like to see more of the same with Goodyear everywhere, except for, I guess, speedways. You can't really have but just so much fall off there. We don't need people getting hurt. But even though you're going to have a lot of people bragging and happy with the way that race went, let's still work on the car. Can you imagine if they had the cars just 10% better than they were?
Yeah.
The cars were a little more racy and they had the tires doing that. What kind of race we'd have had Saturday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want fans? That's how you get fans. Put on a show that everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, make the car so fast that you can't run it, but just so hard in the corner, not where you're just trying to push it and push it and push it in the corner. Make it where you got to back off.
That's why I feel
And they were. You could see they were backing off some to not spin a tire, but make it where you got to really learn how to work that throttle.
Yeah, I think if they had to fall off, even some at the play tracks, it'd be good. So they couldn't just.
Yeah, you just got to be careful at the play track. We don't need tire blowouts there.
No, but fall off, yes.
Fall off, yeah. If they can figure out how to do that.
Because then they
that's
wouldn't
fine.
be so tight on each other all the time, just steady pushing. They'd be more careful. And they'd have handling issues a little bit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Well, still back to the championship thing. I think that after watching that race and seeing how it played out, NASCAR really needs to sit down and rethink their format quite a lot.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, I think we said that already.
Yeah,
so.
but just you want to keep fans watching races, make the race interesting, but have something there for people to look forward to, like, is my guy going to win and my guy is good enough to win, not is my guy going to win just because he got lucky enough to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It bothered me when they started changing it in 2004. And they've had some times they had it a little better than others, but I think they're just getting further and further away from what's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do the track back into news from last week.
Not a big week for news. I'll give a shout out to Dale Jr., who last night ran at Anderson Motor Speedway. He ran the baseball car.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that. That's a big thing that I saw that happen. Looked pretty good out there. I have not found out where he placed.
It was in the top 10.
Somebody said he ended up spinning out and finishing like 10th. So I don't know if it was 10th. But
He
they
was
say it
top
like
10. I know that for sure, but I don't know where.
But had to give him a little shout out. I love the baseball car. So
Yeah.
that one's iconic. So
Yeah.
for multiple reasons. But yeah, so that's my news of the week that I know about.
All right, well, they're thinking the schedule will finally be released maybe this week or next week, but already kind of breaking. It is expected that North Wilkesboro will have a points race for the first time in 30 years.
Mm.
What are your thoughts, Frank?
Get the tire right and go race there.
Yeah.
Get the car right,
I
too.
mean, the
but-
All-Star race was pretty good.
yeah, it was pretty good. They could be better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's simple tweaks to make the race better. Let's just do it.
Yep. I think that'll be cool. Just people like me, we weren't even alive back then, so
Have they talked about?
So does that take away from Jeff Gordon being the final winner at North Wilkesboro in the points race?
yeah,
Yes.
I guess so.
I mean, this is
Unless
a
he
whole...
comes out of retirement next year.
Okay.
Have they talked about what might be taking North Wilkesboro's place as the All-Star race?
Yeah, that was
home?
next. And I don't like it.
Oh.
But we're expected that Dover will have a daytime all-star race
Daytime All-Star? Why would you do that?
because they can't have lights there. Something about the Air Force around there or
Well,
something.
go put it on a track that's got lights, but a daytime All-Star race, that ain't
Apparently
fun.
it has to be at an SMI track, so they're limited on their options, and you have a few other tracks they can't do because it's way out west. And then you got Texas, which has been very bad recently.
Yeah.
So that really only leaves them with a few tracks, and I think they're planning to land at Dover.
What was wrong with Charlotte?
No clue.
Been
Good
some of the best racing recently.
I'd say that would do pretty good for it.
Yeah, I mean, I know it fell off for a while where it wasn't some of the best racing, but here more recently it has been, so let's get back there.
Yeah, I agree with you because I haven't seen anybody that wants an all-star race at Dover, and that's just not a daytime thing neither.
No, that's a night.
No, and
race.
that was always a good thing because they were right around home and all that. And the guys got to enjoy it, and
Yeah.
they made a big deal of it
Yeah,
when they were at Charlotte. So
it just feels like they're kind of just throwing it off where they can and just deal with it. This your problem. We'll see you when we get there, I guess.
Yeah.
what do they have to run the All-Star race?
I mean, that's kind of a big deal thing.
I guess a big deal, but they're making it a smaller deal than a smaller deal. That's
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe the
I
guys
don't
that
know.
are locked in just don't go. Let the other guys race it out.
that wouldn't
That
be
would
a
be
bad
cool.
idea.
Yeah, change the rules for it.
Here's your second-tier drivers. One of them will be a winner tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And it wouldn't, if they keep the playoff format the same, it wouldn't have any playoff implications.
Yeah.
So if a driver that you
I mean,
don't
it's a
think,
non-points race.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
it
but
doesn't
I
have
just
any
mean-
effect on that, right? So
but I mean, you just,
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that.
yeah.
All right. Well, also, I just find this one interesting. I think it's kind of flew under the radar that this is Xfinity's last year with Xfinity.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody seems to kind of either not known or forgotten that we're done with that this year.
So they won't be as fast as Xfinity Mobile
No.
after this year.
No.
And they're trying to figure out what they're going to call them next year because the sponsor is going to be the O'Reilly Auto Parts series.
All right.
Oh,
That's
NASCAR.
Yeah.
So, I mean, thanks to O'Reilly for getting into the sport and putting your money behind it, but
yeah, but
it don't help with calling it. So
the NASCAR O'Reilly series.
they're looking at because obviously you always have the N for NASCAR. I think it was like the NXS or whatever. So maybe like the NOA NASPS, the Nopes, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts
Well,
Series.
that'll do it, yeah.
I don't know, but that's just something interesting. And
It could be the NOS series. That would be NOS, NO series.
yeah.
I don't know. It don't matter. Just race.
No, that was just O'Reilly's coming in, Xfinity's out.
Yeah, that's a cool.
So now are
Sponsor.
they going to be fast as O'Reilly's counter? No, they got to be. Better be way faster than O'Reilly's counterman.
I hope so. Boy.
Fast as O'Reilly's battery changes. They say
Okay.
they're good at changing batteries. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. They got a lot of marketing to figure out
I'll
there.
stick with change them on, but
Yeah.
it's all good.
But anyway, and then just for me personally, I had to point this out after complaining over this stupid 07 Spire truck for so many weeks. They finally got rid of this
Gone.
team. It's gone, not
Oh.
coming back.
They
They
heard
just-
you. They
I
heard
didn't
you.
know about that.
Yeah, they decided that this truck just, I don't know what's wrong
Spire
with it.
was
but-
sitting around the table just like this going, y'all hear what Austin said the other week? Well, let's shut her down, boys.
Yeah. So that team is gone, and
Sweet.
their ownership points have been transferred to the 77 truck with Corey LaJoy running the rest of the year.
Mm.
And he actually had a decent finish the other
Yeah,
day.
top
Yeah.
5.
He fell a lap down, but then when he came back, he kind of held his own. So maybe he can get
I
something
think
going.
he said he will win a race by the end of the year. So
Ooh, that's pretty bold.
yeah. So I guess we'll see. But
Maybe he hadn't met some of them people like Riggs and Heim and some of them that are crazy fast and now Majeski. Huh?
Yeah.
yeah,
He might have realized something after Friday night that
he used to be a
That was a
cup
bold
driver.
step.
I don't know if you remember.
I remember that, but
Yeah.
I
still,
recall.
there's been a lot of Cup drivers in the Truck Series this year who haven't really showed out.
No, but
They
he's
showed
Corey
up, but they didn't
LaJoy.
show. Well, okay.
That's Randy LaJoy's son.
Oh, I like Corey. LaJoy.
joy.
He's all right. I like him, but
Yeah, he's cool. But
he just might have stepped a little deep there, thinking he was just going to come down there in the last few races and win one.
well, thank God that truck's gone. That's all I wanted.
Yep.
And let's do. Do you have a driver you want to give us?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we're gonna guess this driver. Hopefully, it takes more than 3 seconds this week.
That's because it's time to play Who's That Driver?
I don't have my trumpet.
That's
Hey, that's
the
copyright. Stop.
Family, that's the Family Feud thing. Oh,
Yes.
they'll be all right. They got enough
They're
money.
gonna take all our money.
Steve Harvey's gonna come watch me while I'm sleeping
They'll
tonight.
take
He's
our
gonna
ad
come
revenue.
sneak into my house. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think of a stat I can go ahead and give you off the bat that you won't guess immediately. This driver.
He wore pants.
Yeah, you wore a fire suit. There, you that's your first. I think you wore a fire
He was
suit
a
while he
he?
was racing. Yeah, it was a he. So that narrows it
So we
down
know
by
it's not
what?
Danica.
Maybe 3 drivers.
Yeah, Haley,
Janet Guthrie.
Janet Guthrie, yeah. Catherine Legg. We got all them out of the way already.
All right.
Alex Bowman.
Is he
This
like
driver-
a well-known pop? Like
Yeah, I'd say so.
okay.
He
Start with
He's
the
very
A's.
well
All
known.
right.
Let's see.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
No, not Junior.
All right.
Let's see. He is a.
Current driver or former driver?
This is a former driver. I
Okay.
will give you that. This is a former driver in the NASCAR Cup Series. All right, maybe at the time it wasn't the NASCAR Cup Series. Might have been Monster Cup Series. Might have been one of the other ones. So
Okay.
think
the
think
O'Reilly
outside.
Auto Parts Cup.
Yeah, the O'Reilly Auto Parts
The
Cup
Oaks.
Series. Let's see. This driver, it was very good at a track called
It?
Daytona.
So it wasn't it.
Yes.
All
No,
right.
it was it was very good at a track
Called Daytona.
called Daytona at
Alright.
Daytona. Won 4 times.
Kale?
Frank, stop. Yeah, it was Caleb.
Yeah, I would have needed more. I wasn't ready yet.
I was waiting.
Frank got it this week.
Yeah, I was about
But all you would have had to say was like 84 wins, and I would have had you.
83.
Yeah, couldn't remember.
Yeah.
There's like 5 drivers at 83 and 84.
Yeah, he's 83 and Allison's 84 now since they gave him that one, I believe.
No, Allison's 85.
Or is he 85? And Daryl's 80.
Daryl's 84.
Yeah, they're all convoluted right there
He's
in the 80,
83.
80, 80.
Jimmy's 84, I believe.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to give my hint about him being on an episode of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh.
I knew that too.
I was like, if I want to give it to Frank, I'll tell him that. But
I think one week we need to try. I've seen people play this with other stuff. You put a minute timer and the person has to ask yes or no questions and try and figure out.
oh yeah, that would have been good. But I wasted my kill y'all bro week. Then.
Okay.
But
All right. Well,
So anyhow, let me tell you all a little story that has nothing to do with racing, nothing to do with that, but it's funny. Talking about an alligator earlier.
okay.
Probably and Austin was there. We went over to some people's property over, I think it was down near Richmond Hill one time. It was me and you and Josh and Raymond and what was it, Blake? Remember him?
Yeah.
All of us went down there. You remember? I don't know how old you were. You were pretty young, and you had never felt an alligator before. You wanted to know what an alligator felt like. You remember that?
I thought it was at the hula hand.
No, that wasn't at the Hula Hand. That was at Blake's grandpa's property.
Oh.
Because me and Blake and Raymond went out in the boat to find him an alligator. Where we were at over in Richmond Hill, there's a lot of alligators, and I hadn't been there before, but Blake's grandparents lived there. He said, yeah, there's plenty of alligators right up the river. I said, all right, let's go catch us an alligator. We'll bring it back so Austin can fill one. I'm going to say you were 10-ish, or I don't remember exactly. He was fairly young. So we're going up the river to catch an alligator, and Blake was sitting in the front of the boat running it. It was his grandpa's boat, and Raymond, my son, was sitting in the middle of the boat, and I was at the back of the boat. So we pull up, and there's this little alligator. That's 2.5 foot long, not a big alligator at all. So we pull up to him, and Blake goes out to reach and grab him in the creek, and it's like his arm shrunk. I'm like, well, that's cool. Raymond will grab it. So Raymond goes out to reach it, and he got the same disease at the same time. All of a sudden, his arms just folded all up in his shirt sleeves. He wouldn't grab it. Well, by this time, they'd done started the alligator, so they'd done dove underwater a little bit, and we had promised Austin we were bringing him an alligator. So I had to hang off the boat basically to my waist there under the water, and finally felt him and grabbed him and pulled the alligator back up out of the water. The whole time thinking, boy, I hope his mama isn't here. But we had promised. Anyhow, we bring him back, and you know how it is. You get back up there to where the dock is, and we're coming flying back over, and here's Raymond and Blake and all. We caught you an alligator, Austin. Yeah, you cracker. Scared to death, a little baby alligator to grab it. But yeah, we were over there, so we had a blast over there that day. But Austin finally got to know what an alligator felt like.
Yeah. I feel like I remember the alligator, but I don't remember anything else.
I don't even remember why we went over there. I guess all of us. It was a group of young people. And they were young. I was old. We were all swimming and enjoying ourselves. But somehow, I'm almost positive that's where it was. But yeah, I remember Austin saying he wanted to know what an alligator felt like. I said, well, by God, we're going to go catch you one, and we did.
heck yeah.
Has nothing to do with racing, but it was a good alligator story.
Yeah.
And the alligator was released unharmed, back where he came from.
So PETA can.
Yeah, don't
can
come
sleep
chasing
easy at
after
night.
him.
Gator tail.
We didn't eat him. He went right back where he was supposed to his happy little family, and he's probably out there.
All right. Well, now I want to try fresh cooked gator tail.
Well, we'll go down to Benton Lee's and get some.
No, we gotta go catch an
one.
alligator. And get
Well,
gator
that right there. Well, you go ahead and. I have been out alligator hunting with somebody that had tags before, and they're hard to get. You don't want to do that. You will do a little time
Yeah.
for that. So if
All
you
right.
can go ahead and start going online and get the stamps, and we'll go get them.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm good actually.
But you have to put down the people you want to go. I think that'd be a pretty good adventure for the three of us. Because, you can't use guns in Georgia. You got to use a stun gun. And
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah. No, you don't just go out and shoot them like they do on TV.
Oh, they're sitting swamp people.
No, it's not like that at all.
man.
Oh, no. It's a whole different. It's hard. They're harder to catch in Georgia, legally.
All right. Well, let's get these people out of here.
Yeah.
Let's give our quick picks for Daytona. Who's gonna survive the madness?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Who will survive? You got somebody, Connor, or you just like me? I don't know.
Well,
I
Connor was
never
telling me
know.
last night he already knew who was gonna win, so I already got my money in the betting pool. I'm gonna make millions this week.
Who said they knew who was going to win?
Connor.
I did. I forgot who. Did I say who I said was going to win, or did I just say I knew who was going to win? 'Cause
Well, you kept telling me who wasn't gonna win, so I thought you knew who won. Who would win?
Well, it's Brad week.
All right, so Brad's gonna win.
Brad's gonna win.
Who else? Who's your other two?
Kyle Busch will get pushed to the front by some miraculous miracle.
Are you reading my notes?
Maybe. No, I'm not. Then I'm gonna take. I'm gonna say Todd Gilliland's gonna do it.
All right.
Just
So
because
you
I
don't
feel
think
like.
Cody Ware's gonna defend his top 5 from last year?
No, I think he might defend the top 5, but I don't think he'll get the win.
Well, they can't all 3 win.
No, but I only named 3. I didn't name 5. I would have thrown Cody Ware in
Well,
there,
he
but I
finished
named
4th,
3.
I think.
So that's what I'm gonna stick with.
So you got Brad and Kyle, Frank,
Yeah.
and who else?
I got
I
William
don't think
Byron
you had
down
Todd, did you?
there. No, I didn't have Todd. I'm thinking Byron just because it's his week to do whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
He don't have to care about nothing. He just got to basically show up and, hey, draw a check, man.
Pretty much.
Everything's good at his house.
I'm taking Kyle. I think Ryan Priest will be at the front of the RFK train. And I'd say Suarez.
And all of them are just guesses because every one of them could be crashed.
I
on
know
lap
mine are
one.
right. If you're short on a little money, take what you got, put it in the books wherever you can bet at your nearest betting location. You'll make a bunch of your money back. I promise. Kyle Busch, Ryan Priest, and Daniel Suarez. And
I know what betting pool I'm going in this week.
I just want 5% of whatever you win, because I'm not betting my money.
Not on them. Or on any of them.
All right, then. Well, we'll all do what Austin said then.
Yeah, just give me some of yours, because I'm not betting my money. But anyway, we'll see y'all after Daytona. Y'all
Yep.
take care.
Get ready for the playoffs. Room, room.
Heck yeah.
Bye.
Oh, we saying
Yeah,
love
we're
you.
out.
Love you. That's what I'm gonna say this week.
Turn it off, Connor.
Coming to the Checkers, and there. Good job. You only pissed off 87 other drivers, 912 fans, and set the sport back another 53 years. Just pay the $20,000 fine, and we'll try it again next week.